to my kitchen. Today I am going to make my meat sauce for spaghetti. It's really tasty, semi-homemade. I use some shortcuts. I've been making it for many years. So let me show you. I start out with using the Trader Joe's organic marinara sauce. Sometimes I like to mix it up with different ones, but I do enjoy the Trader Joe's version. I happen to have the basil one, so I'm going to mix both jars along with this one. I'm going to make a decent sized batch of spaghetti that I can make ahead, do some meal planning, and save it for later. It doesn't really matter how much meat you choose to use. For me, it comes down to what's my availability, what's my budget. So even if it means 1 pound of ground beef or half a pound, it's something. And this is about getting the flavors. That's the goal of this. How to elevate this jar of sauce to taste better than just a plain opening a jar. The other aspect of this is 2 buck chuck. What do you do with 2 buck chuck? Well, it's a fairly inexpensive wine if anybody knows the Trader Joe's wine. I do have very specific rules when it comes to using wine with this recipe. It's not about the quality of the wine. This is pretty cheap. Do suggest though that if you're going to buy 2 buck chuck, you get the Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know how to say it, but get that one, okay? Get this one. Not a Merlot. This is just where I become a little particular. I have tested this recipe with different varieties, and a Cabernet is what I will always use basis of any tomato dish that I'm making. Do you have to use 2 buck chuck? No, but I do think it's good for cooking. I have used so many varieties. I wouldn't use an expensive bottle, maybe like a $40 bottle, save that for drinking. But you only need like a cup of wine. So if that's what you have and you want to use it, go ahead.
I've done that too.
But it's not necessary. This is what, actually, I don't know how much 2 buck chuck is anymore. I don't think it's $2. I want to say it's maybe $3. I don't remember, I have to look it up. When it comes to the meats, sometimes I use sausage, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I have, what's on sale. It depends on my mood. So you don't have to use sausage, Italian sausage. You can use spicy, you can use sweet. The ingredient to this sauce does not have a huge impact. Or the basics is ground beef, tons of garlic, fresh parsley at a minimum, wine. If you don't want to do wine, you can do a balsamic vinegar and then a sauce. That's pretty much it. And then let it simmer for at least an hour to get the most flavor. If you only have 30 minutes, fine, but I do recommend long and slow on this for the best flavor. It's a good option for a crock pot meal. A tip, if you don't have a lot of meat, I like to get the Baby Bell mushrooms. They're a meaty mushroom. I can add volume. So that is my suggestion. If you only have a half a pound of meat or a pound of meat, whatever you want, definitely add mushrooms. I dice mine super, super thin, so you don't even know that they're mushrooms. So maybe if someone doesn't like mushrooms, they won't even know. That's my tip there. So I'm gonna get started on dicing up these mushrooms. I'm going to do about a half a cup. I don't need to use all of this, but if you certainly wanted to, you can. I'd like to reserve this for some other dish. You really have flexibility to adjust. Now, the goal of this is to get it diced super, super small. Okay. Whew. I got that diced pretty small to my liking. Okay, I feel like the Swedish chef throwing everything around. This is done. Stop. Well, the next thing that I want to start preparing while my pan is getting hot is garlic. I use a lot of garlic. That is the key to this. I'm going to use a whole garlic clove or bulb of garlic. So that's what this package is. It's pretty much a whole bulb of garlic. Shortcut with just having pre-peeled will have to work. Amount that you slice your garlic does have an effect on the dish. So I'm not looking for minced garlic. I'm not looking for super fine. I am looking for chunky pieces of garlic. The more chunkier the garlic is, you're not going to have that overpowering flavor of garlic. That is why it looks like I use so much garlic, but really the chunks aren't bothersome. So the garlic is prepped, pretty simple. 1 jar of sauce. Typically I always use 2 jars of sauce just to give you the basics. I always use 2 jars of tomato sauce. Have I done it with canned tomatoes? Yes, I've gone that way too. Just really depends on my mood and the cost on ingredients. So since I am using 3 jars of sauce, I'm gonna go with that extra amount of garlic. But for the basic, it'd be 2 jars of sauce, a pound of ground beef. I always do either 80-20 or 85-15. Nothing leaner. You need to have that flavor from that fat. All right, this pan is hot. I love a Dutch oven. I like to make big chunks and I want to sear off the meat. Think of it like a steak. I want to try to get a sear on it because I like that flavor. I don't want to overcrowd the pan because then I start steaming the meat instead of browning the meat. But if your pan's hot enough, it should be okay. It's if you're starting the pan too low that you're not going to get that browning effect. Now you're gonna get some liquid developing here. That's just water. We're gonna let it steam out. I say steam because you see all that steam developing. It's just the water evaporating. It's not oil. So let it evaporate hard on this high temperature and minimizing that liquid. Don't want to be tempted to stir it around. So I'm going to work on my other component. I'm adding an onion. Typically I would probably just do half an onion. You don't have to use red onion. You can use white, yellow. I don't have a particular rule on that. I just have this on hand. I do like a red onion. It has a little bit more of a sweet flavor to it. I do like to mince my onion small. I'm not looking for perfection here. Okay, this beef's gonna look a little shocking at first. Don't get too creeped out. Look at that nice brown crust that has developed. That's what we want. Now I'm gonna break this up. And it doesn't matter, I'm not looking to cook this. And I'm not looking to completely remove the water that's developing, nor the oil. It's not, I think a lot of people think that's oil, but it's actually liquid. There is obviously oil, but I think people drain meat because they think that's oil, but it's not. I'm going to put in my sausage. This is your first video you're watching and you haven't. I am neurodivergent and stuff can be bothersome, but I work through it. Okay, so I have all that Italian sausage, just really mixing it in. You're gonna wanna season. All right, this is where you're gonna wanna season. Italian seasoning, pepper, salt. I'm using my flake salt, so it's gonna look like I'm putting a lot of salt in here. You can use a balsamic vinegar if you don't wanna use wine. I am going to use a little bit of both. Now, I'm taking all those mushrooms, garlic, and onion, and I'm putting it in with the meat at this stage. Okay, I'm gonna let that melt into each other, get all that, those ingredients, the salt, pepper, all the seasonings to mix on this high heat. This is where you're developing that flavor. This is very important. All of this basic staging is the most important aspect of this dish. You're developing really good flavor, so don't skip it. My family will come visit me from out of state and I'll ask them, what do you want me to make for dinner? You want this. I call it awesome sauce. Awesome meat sauce. I got a big handful of parsley. I wasn't recording. I chopped up this. It was about 2 tablespoons worth. It's pretty strong and potent smell. It just means it's very flavorful. So I'm putting this right into the meat. Okay. That meat has been simmering and the onions look a little translucent. I'm going to start adding my liquid. I'm going to add probably a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to add 1 cup the Cabernet wine. And yes, this is 2 buck chuck. Okay, yeah. The liquid's added. Now I'm going to cook this off for a few minutes. Liquids evaporate. I'm not going to put in the sauce yet. We've definitely lost some volume here. I need to add my herbs. Again, if you remember anything from this, at a minimum, just have fresh parsley. You can use dried thyme and an Italian seasoning. Now it's time for the sauce. There we go. Pop it. You can save those jars of sauce and use it to store your leftovers in. I'm doing the mixture with the basil. If you have fresh basil, it's always nice too. Okay, I'm going to put a lid on that. And I'm going to turn this down, put it on a low simmer. I'm going to let that cook until I have a break. I have my daughter stir it for me throughout the day just to make sure nothing burns at the bottom. And I just cover it and leave it alone. I personally like 2 hours or on the meat sauce is my preferred amount of time to let it cook. It's gonna get the most flavor from it. So that's why I have a tendency to make a big batch, just because it is time consuming. It takes about 30 minutes to get that pan hot, to get that sear on the meat and all the different layers that I'm going for. All right, I'll show you soon. Okay, I'm just going to allow this to continue to simmer with the lid off while I prepare the pasta. Such good stuff. I haven't had it really for a couple months. It's hot though. Good stuff. I hope you try it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate you.